Dustin?
Yeah?
I'm going to have an interview for scholarship next week.
Okay.
And I'm so freaking out about it. Like, you know what? If I don't do it well, if I fail, I'm gonna lose it. So, what should I do? I need your advice.
So, have you ever heard of the phrase like you need to cover your bases?
Cover my bases? What do you mean?
Yeah, so to cover your bases in this situation, because you have your interview. So the thing is, for you to be successful in your job interview, you need to do everything before to make sure every situation is okay. So you practice this, you practice this, you practice this in order for you to be successful. So you need to cover your bases.
So what should I do in advance to cover my bases?
You know, there's a lot of things, but first off, because you're freaking out, you're scared you're gonna lose it, I could say maybe like don't sweat the small stuff. So don't sweat the small stuff. Don't worry about the things that are not important. So don't sweat the small stuff. So you can always take like a deep breath, okay? Because right now you're super stressed out. You're extremely stressed out. So you need to work on your stress. So there's a lot of breathing exercises you can do. So, you know, you can practice inhaling for maybe 3-4 seconds and exhaling for 3-4 seconds. This can relieve tension, nervousness, and help with a lot of the stress that you have right now. Yeah, you know, there's some other things that you could do, especially like during the job interview, because, you know, the first impression is very, very important, the first time they see you. So, you know, it's like, you know, like maintaining eye contact?
Yeah, just like we are now.
Yeah, so right now, but there's a difference between maintaining eye contact and like staring somebody down. So staring somebody down, you look. Maybe you don't blink your eyes, you just look.
That is you sometimes when you talk to me.
Maybe because you're not as confident as me. Sometimes people have their hands on the table. You can have them crossed or closed together, but it depends on the situation because maybe you could be nervous. But you need to avoid fidgeting. Do you know fidgeting?
Yeah, just like you're playing something or doing
Yeah,
something.
fidgeting is like we're talking and I'm moving my hand, or you're moving your leg a lot.
Yeah.
So it's a constant movement. You don't want to fidget. You need to avoid it. So to cover your bases. To cover your bases is implying a situation where maybe you need to be safe or you need to feel confident with doing something in the future because you could have maybe some problems. So for example, you know, maybe you're a student applying for your first job and I would say, hey, you need to cover your bases. So you need to make sure you have everything in order, everything understood, everything practiced, so you have a positive outcome.
What more?
Though there's also, have you ever heard of like the mirroring technique?
What do you mean?
Okay, so like the mirroring technique is often when you're sitting with someone across from you, you're kind of being like a copycat. You're copying what they're doing, but it's not excessive. Like if I do this, you do this. I yawn, you yawn. No, it's not to that extreme. So the thing is for that, it's just, you're watching what they're doing. Maybe they nod, you nod. You're following a lot of their emotions and their body language, and it shows that you're paying attention. You can create this sort of communication. So right now, you're being way too cheesy with this, okay? You're being ridiculous. You don't want to copy everything.
Because I like it, that technique, like mirror technique. Because you know what, it shows I'm really interested in what you're saying because it's really helpful for me. So thank you so much, Dustin.
You're welcome, Vee. You're welcome,
you're
but
welcome,
don't do what
Dustin.
she's doing. What she's doing is excessive. She's copying everything. She's trying to make a fool of me. She's joking with me.
I'm sorry, I'm just copycatting this guy, but anyway.
You're being a copycat, not copycatting.
Now you makes me interested.
Okay, so something that you could practice.